This is a little weird because I have earphones in, which shouldn't change anything. Let me get this in the mount. Which shouldn't change anything for the video. But I am absolutely jamming out right now. So I hope I don't know. I might be bumping the camera a bit or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's my birthday. So I'm chilling. And these two just came in. Oops. These two just came in today. So I feel like, as I've said so many times before, this completes my mining setup for my spot. This should get me to like I think it's gonna get me to 1.96 maybe. So it might read 2.0 gigahash on the Ethermine pool. We'll see. But anyway, yeah. So I will show you this actually. This is what I got in my ears. Hopefully they're not gross. But dude, so this came with my Pixel 6 Pro. They gave me these for free. I don't think it's their flagship. Oh, okay. I totally can't see anything. So these are amazing, and I am a very, very picky with. It's why I didn't get Apple's AirPods, because I am super picky with my ears. I think both of them are definitely very different from one another. First of all, and then second, it's just that stuff doesn't stay. Things always so in one. My right ear is fine. My left ear, I could be mowing the lawn, which is not like I'm not bouncing around, I'm not jumping, running, whatever, and it will come out. So anyway, these are amazing. These, you just rotate them a little bit, they're snug, and maybe that's how the AirPods work too. But AirPods just look like regular Apple earpods, if that's what they're called. I don't know. Hey, how do I play? Do I just... Oh, yeah. I just have to tap. So that's what's weird too, is you're not physically pressing it like the jawbone. You have to physically press it, and there's a button. This, I think, is like a touch. So you tap and then it works. It's weird. That's what I kind of don't like, because you hit that you hit the button. Let me work while I'm talking. I don't know if you can see the whole screen. Probably. I think the chat is covering mine, so you can see this one. So, real quick. I got these cards technically at MSRP, but they were bundled with these motherboards, which I guess I may just sell these. I don't know. I haven't even looked at them really, but I have way too many motherboards now that have been coming in. Look, I would love to just build computers and sell them or something, and that would, that's in my head. That's a possibility, but for now, that's how I got these GPUs. Is I stomach those costs. I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna mine with them, and then I'm going to sell them to the next miner or whoever wants cards that have been mined with and is comfortable with them, and then get your money, your bread. So I am sad because I'm in the middle of a Guitar Hero set. I just got Guitar Hero Live, which is like 6 years old, maybe 7 years old now. tweaked it up. So here is a 6600. These are the most recent GPUs that AMD dropped. They're probably like a couple weeks old, 2-3 weeks at most. I don't know. I can't remember. These are pretty much the same as the 6600 XT. Of course, they're a little bit underwhelming comparatively, but they hash around. I've only gotten a stable 29.1. I haven't messed with it too much. That was with my own. That was just with my own kind of messing around. Just messing around with the overclock. So. All right. So basically, let me actually bring this over here. So what I'm doing here is I got this rig over here. And basically, usually when I get a new rig, and especially if I don't have all the components for it, I just install everything, make sure it's running. And so this GPU is installed directly onto the motherboard, which I'm going to actually take that out. And I'm going to take it out because if you look in here, you can see that long strip. That's basically, that slot there is the same thing. This is, that's the same thing that the GPU is plugged into. But the GPU, look at how thick this is. It's blocking the other ports that are like that. So I can't get access to those other two cards. So if I want to install everything, I'm going to have to pull this. But anyway, when I initially installed it, I just make sure it's working and running. It's actually not. This is this other rig over here. That's a different video for a different day. But this is the rig that we're actually going to be putting it into. Giggity. I'll try to do this with one hand. And then just plug this in over here. So let's get a screen going. Oh, I have a dummy plug in here. I'll explain that sometime. So, HDMI was not even plugged in. There you go. So yeah, it's hashing away right now. Oh, why is one of the cards at 29? Dang. I haven't looked at this rig, so it's possible that I don't have one of the cards overclocked right now. Dang, that makes sense. What wattage is it at? No, it's at 54 watts, so I think it's... Anyway, I'll take a look at the memory. I may as well do that right now. Okay, yeah. Let's see... Just do a little bit of troubleshooting real quick. So we'll plug in the mouse as well. Nobody should be doing this kind of stuff. It is very poor practice to have all these components just out in the open like that, but whatever. Alright, so let's just look at our overclock. So that's, oh, never mind. That's a 6600. Okay, so that's exactly, the two that are at 29 are exactly what I'm talking about. Those are 6600s, and the the 32s or the 6600 XTs. So you can see the difference in the hash rate already. Where, let's see. I guess I could press S, can't I? So you can see the hash rate where two of them are hashing at 29 and the other two are hashing at 32. So that's the... Anyway, so that's the difference between the cards. So the Red Devil, the Power Color Red Devil, and the Radeon, I think it's a Kick. It's one of these guys. I think. Anyway, so the two 6600 XTs, and then I think these are the two 6600s. So, and then the risers, I'm going to put everything on the risers that these are on. So those three are on risers. I'm going to put this one on that riser, and then those two are going to go on the riser as well. The question is, where did I put... So here's the risers and all that stuff. So what I like to do, because like I said, everything is hashing away right now. My system is already... Here, let's actually look at this real quick. Let's take a look at the... here, okay. So this is what I'm hashing right now. So I got 10 rigs going. I'm at 1.9 gigahash, and that's a little generous. Like, they're rounding up, because if you look at my reported, so reported is the green, that's what my rig is saying that it's giving. Reported is always 1.89-ish. It breaks 1.9 sometimes. So anyway, I'm only adding 58, so I'm going to be at 1.958, 1.96. Whenever it goes into 1.96, that's going to be 2.0. Dude, I was going to stop at 1.0. I'm out here at 2.0, or I'm out here working up to 2.0 fucking gigahash. That's insane. So the other thing that's happening right now is I actually stopped tracking it on US dollars. I'm only tracking how much Ethereum I'm getting every day. 0.035 per day, that's a lot. It's supposed to be, it should be like 0.03, maybe 0.032. That's where it should be at. Today, it's the fees, like the transactions must just be going, because the payouts, like I'm getting more than I should be. Anyway, it's fantastic. I mean, it's great. So I have my payout set up to 0.1 Ethereum it should be every 3 days. And this is about that. But look at that. 43 hours ago, I got paid, and then 21 hours to go. So I'm well under 72 hours. That's what, 64? So that's like 8 hours shy. So that's 8, 16, 24. That's 33%. Like that's a 33% of 1 day is just gone. A third of a day is for some reason being compensated for. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. I want to see if I could see reported 2.0. Bruh, that'd be dope. Yeah. But it is rounding up. So, oh no, my phone's about to die. Hold up. So I just got a Pixel 6 Pro as well. So I've been using both phones. Just I'm streaming right now on the iPhone, and strangely I've been using both phones way more than when I was just using one phone. Let me get this charged. It's too bad I can't play this music on speakers because I'll get DMCA'd by Twitch and YouTube, so... Oh! Yo! This thing is dead! Okay. I'll wait for it to go to 10% and then I'll sort this. I'm gonna put the power bank... I'm gonna charge the power bank and then... Oh. I'm struggling. Alright. Let me charge the power bank while we work on this. I'm sure the timing will be fine. Just jeez. I'm gonna charge it over here because charge it over there because I'm gonna forget about it and then alright. Let's get to the good stuff. So again, I think if you guys saw my process last time, I always do clean cut with a razor to open up. I don't tear anything apart. I don't do anything like that. Pull that, grab our card. Actually, this is one of these. I think it's easier to... So it's usually pretty easy. I'm really excited about these cards because they are the most power efficient. The 6600s. I mean, the 6600 XT is also great. But they both are low power consumption, and you know, with that comes low heat generation. So right now my 3090s, that's what's so loud right now. I have a couple cards coming in. I'm actually going to start selling off my 3090s because I've already mined plenty with them. So I'm going to start selling them off and replacing them with cards that have GDDR6 memory, not the DDR6X, whatever, not the memory that is balls deep, super hot, crazy. I'm going to replace the cards with that because then it's going to be a lot easier to manage. But what's nice is in the meantime, it's about to be winter. We can have some warm cards and generate heat. It's all right. Ain't no thing. All right. So I reversed the way I opened it. I put everything back, and then I just throw the box over with all my stuff, my stash, and then that's it. And then one day I'm going to end up selling it, put it right back the way that it was. Oh, you know what? First, because I like to put this back. Actually, I should open this back up. I like to put it back. I like to put the bag exactly back the way that it's all folded up too. It's just... Because like I said, it's, I don't know. If I were receiving a card that somebody was telling me is in good condition and has all of the factory stuff, I would want them to do what I'm doing. So nice MSI. I like when they have the cover here, so that's cool. I can be a little bit more careless with it, but especially for the price point. Granted, it's not cheap, but they are the cheapest among the cheapest cards of this generation. Move this way. Anyway. It was probably this way. That just seems weird. But, I mean, the orientation of that is not going to matter. I'm going to do it this way because that's how I actually opened it. That's probably how other people will open it. I don't remember how it was originally. And that's on me because that's the kind of stuff I actually like to do, but that's okay. I like to keep track of on me. Alright. So that's all set. So we have a really nice, I like that backplate. That's nice. So it's MSI Radeon RX 6600 mech. I have one of these in the 6600 XTs. It's fine. I just can't complain about these cards because they're so cheap compared to everything that's out right now. So, well, I mean, what am I going to say? I don't want to put it flat on here. What's weird too is I think it's intuitive. Like it stopped playing a couple times, the music in my earphones, and it could even just be, it just did it again. I wonder if it's you know what? I bet you it's a notification. I bet you that's what's happening because, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm tripping out thinking like, is this so intuitive that it knows when cut out again. Because the other thing, I was like, am I just too far for the Bluetooth or whatever, the pairing? See, it's just such a clean... Ooh, how did that end up at the top? It's a good, this is way easier. Just comes right out. Alright. Alright. So this is power color. This is probably like, I think this was the cheapest 6600 XT I got. I'm not sure what the price was on the 6600, but I would imagine this might be the cheapest GPU I have of the new generation that I'm mining with right now. I think this one probably is. And it's probably around 400, 3 or 4, maybe 300 something, 350 maybe. I'll have to take a look at it, but yeah. I wish I had another thing here. I'm gonna actually put this over there. A part of me though is like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna chill. But when that John said delivered, I was like, hey. Oh! I just hit that. That's money in the bank, yo. I'm not just gonna sit here So then again, the way this is somehow just sitting there. I think, yeah, it might have gotten stuck up there the way earlier. That was a good presentation. So, all ready to go. Everything is as it was from the factory. And it's ready for me to pack it up whenever I'm done with the card. All right, so we have 2 cards. So these are going to be 2 risers. They're X1 to X16. So they're going to have the X1 side that's going to go into the motherboard. It's a USB cable, but I think the wiring is different. So it's not an actual, like, this wouldn't function as an actual USB cable. But USB cable goes from, essentially the cable goes from here. We have it powered. I'm going to use PCIe for the power here. I don't use SATA or, I know Molex could be okay. I don't even use that. I just always try to use PCIe if I can. Makes more sense, and with all of the gigahash I have going right now, I don't want to risk it. So we got 2 of these. Like I said, I like to minimize my downtime, so we'll pre-assemble everything all the way up until it's ready to be actually put into the, added on into the, into that rig. That rig is Sweetie Pie. So we have Baby Love, Buttercup, and Sweetie Pie. Those are my mining behemoths. Then there's Colossus, Phantom, and Rogue. Rogue is actually at my parents' place. Phantom and Colossus are here. Those are actual, like, Phantom was my old gaming rig. Colossus is my current one. And yeah, it's what a time to be alive. Crazy. I can imagine that there's a lot of stuff I do that's not best practice, but listen, I don't want to jinx myself, but we'll be alright. I'll deal with... Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because I'm smiling and then does it dislodge? And then, I don't know. Alright. So, this is what's going to go into the motherboard. This is where we need to put the GPU. I'll do this one since it's already open. So that fin is going to be on this side. A little notch to keep it in. So you just make sure the slide is open. And then I just match this up. And usually I kind of like for it to be even. So, I mean, even if one side goes, like, see how that, like, that's fine. But I'm not going to force the side. Like, that just one is super simple. So then, and of course, it's coming out. But I just like to kind of give equal force. I don't really like to push any one side. And I also don't lock it in. I don't lock that notch because some of my GPUs, they lock in, some of them don't. So I just keep it consistent and try to keep them all open. And even when I am working with it, I'll still try to open it, even though I know they're open. It's just kind of, you do what you want with your systems, what makes sense to you. But that's just kind of my rule of thumb. Okay, so we need power for this. And then So we need power for the riser, and then we need power for the card, and then we'll be ready with this card. So let me just put that there. Oh, that balance. Wow, it balances really, really well. Okay, toss this. Let me grab the power cables for that. So just a bunch of PCIe 6-pin to 8-pin. All of them are identical. It's all 6-pin to 8-pin, or 6-pin to 6+2. So essentially 8-pin, but if you need to, you can make it 6-pin to 6-pin. This is how I'm going to power the risers, is I'll do 6-pin to 6-pin. Make sure that this side is going to the riser. Whatever side has the 8-pin possibility, that goes to the riser. This 6-pin that has nothing else with it, this goes to the breakout board that I have over there. We'll look at that later. But anyway, so let's do GPU power first. So with these cables, I like that it actually has a... let's see if you can see it. Like, it'll slide right in. And it like, on some PSUs, it doesn't actually latch on, but this makes it really easy to see, like, just pull back and it's perfect. So, anyway, I like these. They work really well. So let's get the power for the GPU. We'll just get it to snap in. Oh, did it snap? Yeah. Of course, I have these earphones on. I think visually it looks pretty good. So, oh, this song sounds so good. Oh, how do I? Oh, well. Oh, I just adjusted them in my headset. Who is Google's woman? Cortana? No, that's and it's not Alexa. Who's Google's thing? Anyway. She said something went wrong in that ear. Alright, so we have GPU powers ready to go. Just make sure it's not in a position that it's going to fall. I usually don't sit it up like this. I usually have something to stand it up or to put it against, but it seems fine. So I'm going to plug this into the riser. I probably should have done that before I even put the GPU on, but because I don't want to. You want to make sure you're not using the GPU as leverage, because it's like you don't want to be ripping the GPU. Like, you don't want to be putting force on this. So you want to make sure. You know what, dude? I'm gonna, for exactly that reason. For exactly that reason. I'm actually just gonna remove this, and you can sit this to that. And then again, I don't do this and just force it. I usually like to kind of, you want to make sure it's obviously not powered, but I like to make sure that this is not, like, I'm not forcing it. Kind of, let's Snap. There you go. Alright. Now we can go ahead and get this card on. Make sure it's open. Cool. Alright. This is ready. Because now all I have to do is I need to shut that unit off. Shut the rig off. Plug these two into the breakout board over there. And plug them into the breakout board. Plug this guy into the motherboard. And then flip the switch and we're gonna be good. So this one's ready to go. I'm gonna move it aside actually. Man, I be putting stuff in dangerous places, but it should be alright. Out here stressing myself out for no reason. Alright, let's do it the correct order this time. I kind of like to train the wire, or untrain it, I guess. Won't worry about that just yet. Let's get this guy going. Get this off. So that looks good. Snapped in. Let's go ahead and plug this in because it can get just a little bit tight when the GPU is on there, but it's not a big deal. Again, give it a little bit of leverage. So that's all set. Okay. Neither one of these cards, actually, that's an interesting point. Neither one of these cards had any protective plastic wrap, so that's something you need to make sure you look out for. You don't want the card running. Granted, these cards don't get as hot, but you still don't want them running hot with just plastic all over it. No good. Get that slider open. I always like to just, nothing needs to be forced. It's just, everything falls into the correct spot. You kind of just give it, pressure is fine, but force is no good. Okay, so, riser has power, USB cable thing or whatever is in, 6-pin side is here. 8-pin side is here. Let's get this 8-pin plugged in. And again, I'm not going to make it so that pressure's on the bottom. I'll hold the card. Maybe I'll actually hold the card and the, well, There you go. All right, so power's ready to go. Power's ready to go. Motherboard stuff is ready to go. Let's do this thing. Let me take the stuff over. Alright. Let's do... Let's do it this way. Trying to think. Can I? It's probably just a little bit louder over here, but oh well. Ooh, it actually fits there. Nice, okay, so that works. That's actually pretty lucky. Okay. Secure. Actually, let me take the phone off of it. Just for a second. Okay. Let's see. I think it's got a grip on it. The phone might fall into the rig, and that is terrifying, but I think I have it. Okay. The other thing is I do... No, this is not the right spot. Dang it. Okay. It's okay. Because... Only because I want to be able to show the setup and everything once I have the GPUs installed. And the current configuration actually, to show you where we're at and what I'm looking for. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, well, good luck. Alright, so we'll start here because first we need to turn everything off. So this is the miner going right now. And we are getting, what was that saying? 121 is being recorded, and the pool is getting 122, so almost 123. So it's at 122, 123. What we're expecting is 58 or 122. We're expecting like 180. That's the max. Like, if this does perfect, we're expecting 180. And we're expecting to crack maybe 2.0 gigahash on that website thing. But, all right, so that's Team Red Miner that's going right now, that I'm using to mine with the AMD cards. I am going to Control C, which ends up putting a kill command, exit. This is the Radeon software, which is actually their own, AMD's own software drivers. And you can overclock right in it, which is just fantastic. So, okay. The 6600s are new cards. So this is where you can see we have two base 6600s. And then we have two 6600 XTs. So this is also to show you these XTs were the 32 hashes. The regular 6600s were the 29. So we're expecting to get 2 more of these 29s, which is 58. Which, if we add 58 to 122, that's going to get us the 180, which we think could get us maybe, just maybe, to 2.0. We'll see. So this is the optional beta software because the 6600s are so new. The regular software didn't let me even install the rather it didn't let me. Did I 6600? It didn't let me use them. The drivers weren't even in the regular one, and it was weird that it didn't give me the option to install them. So, all right. So the other thing here is this is the first thing I'll look at when I get back. See, so again, 2 6600s, 2 6600 XTs. What we're expecting is 4 6600s, and then these 2 6600 XTs. We want all of that to show up there with no exclamation points, and then that's just the integrated graphics. We don't need to worry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and shut this baby down. All right, so everything stops spinning. Every time I work on the rig with components and stuff, I always got to make sure we completely turn off. So I just switch the power off completely so the rig can't accidentally turn on or anything like that. All right. I have not mapped this out yet, so we'll see. I kind of have it in my head, but we'll see. Ooh. There's the power for the breakout board that I need to turn off. So it's off. But these breakout boards, I don't trust them, so I'm going to unplug the breakout board. I mean, not... That's a lot of heat, too. I probably need to move this. Oh, this is fine. Huh. How about this? Oh, that might actually be the perfect setup. Crazy. Okay. Ooh, you know what else? I can actually swap out the Ethernet cable because I got new ones. So it doesn't have to be struggling the way that it is right now. I'll do that later. No. I'll do it now because it's actually in the way. I just disconnected it. I'll work on that later. What I think I'm going to do is... let's see if I can do this without absolutely destroying these cards. You know what? I mean, I actually forgot I need to prep another riser set. So we will be using, I'm gonna get another one of these ready, but we don't need the PCIe power for it because we're gonna use the one that, it was already powering this. Since I'm taking this out, we're gonna just use the extra PCIe power from the actual ATX PSU. So let's get this removed. So I did remove the clip, but it can get a little stuck sometimes. There you go. So that's what I was talking about. So it was blocking those two, so we just wouldn't be able to use that. There's my NVMe. But yeah, so now that it's open, now that it's open, we can get the other cards and stuff there. This just makes it a little bit easier. I have a plan in my head. Let's see if I can execute it. So the bad thing about that is I can already feel this motherboard like digging into this. I like that the cardboard at least has some give, but it's not conductive, so it'll be okay. It's just friction. So I don't know, but we'll see. All right, that I got real quiet. That kind of worked, sort of, kind of. Okay, that one's fine. This one can stay on its own. This one. I can't believe this is how I have this sitting. This is so ridiculous. Okay. I was gonna put this sideways, but like I want to at least put standoffs. I'll probably put standoffs in this. I can't believe this is my game. And I'm sure, absolutely positive that I'm making this way more difficult than it needs to be. But listen, don't you worry. Okay. Like, why is this so difficult to move? There, jeez. Okay. Man, this is really hot. I hope that's okay. Let me look at the other ones. I don't feel like the other ones are that hot. Let me take a look. Pretty warm. This one is hot though. I guess there's a spot. Oh, this one's just hot throughout. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that because well, that's one of my new cables too, so it should be good as far as the electric is concerned. Anyway, I'll just keep an eye on it. That's what I'm here for. Alright, so let's just go ahead and what if we just That is really ugly that way. I guess we'll just. Such a weird. This does it. Get the power sorted. You seem pretty stable. I'm just gonna leave it. It's also crazy that it's that hot because these are the lowest power consumed anyway. That thing better not be having problems. So the other thing is, it may just need exhaust. That was the other thing I was wondering about. We'll see. Alright, so fully powered. You can kind of train the wires to work with you on how you're going to get the GPU standing. I really need to have it set up properly, but we'd be aight. So one down, and actually two to go because we need to get the original one back in. Oh, let me. This phone about to die though. Wow. And then all throughout, I always make sure everything is still plugged in securely. Because it's really easy to knock those little babies out. I'm gonna have to have other stuff because these are probably gonna try to fall over on me. Yep, that's already happened. Okay. Let me find some way to prop those up. That's pretty good. Yep. Pretty good. And this. Anyway, okay, so that's good. So it has resistance to fall, but it wants to fall and it has resistance to fall. I guess it's a little bit risky because that's metallic. Right, this will work. Another one. Might actually be enough what I just did. That works. I guess that works. Put it on free. And then we need to do the main, the OG. So this is what was already in there. Where did I put the... So this will be easy. Just before we do that. Actually, before, let's get the power going, so that'll be to power the card itself. Oh. Yeah, I actually don't have the other cable. Dang. Let me think. That's a G5. Kind of weird because the two power supply things that I have don't have a VGA. Let me check, maybe put it in the other room. Let me check. Well, that'll be really disappointing if I don't have a VGA. I guess. What would it be? Let's go. Found it, baby. So, it's confirmed. Yep, it's a VGA G5. So that's good. And this will plug right into this guy. So, like this. Looks good. Go ahead and plug this into the board, into the PSU here. This guy. So I don't know if you saw how I just basically twisted the wire, unplugged, twisted the wire, and plugged it back in. It just trains the wire to go in a different direction. This is very wobbly. Try one of these and see if that'll help. Good, but it's maybe that does it. I just feel like if anyway, I guess we'll see. Let's just see if it works first. All right, everything is powered, everything is connected. Let's give all of the PCI components a little love. Make sure everything is seated, snug, and not unreasonably getting pulled in any direction. Looks good. Let's give it a shot. Let's get the this guy first. It's still warm. I need to get that figured out. That's a little worrisome. Just move that a little bit. I think that should be good. Let's see. Alright, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Where'd my power go? So the power on this crazy thing.